Good evening, everybody in Facebook world. Good evening, everyone in Instagram world. Good evening, everyone on LinkedIn. How are you this evening? Welcome to Make It Happen Live with me, Spencer Lodge. I hope you're having an energized and focused week. I wasn't sure about whether I should wear a pink t-shirt tonight, so I checked with Amma, my cameraman. I'm like, Amma, what do you reckon? Pink? And he's like, it'll work, it's a bit risky, it's very pink, so I don't know, what do you think? Is it really pink? If you're out there, first thing I'd like you to do is, I'm on my own in front of the camera here, so I've got to kind of razzmatazz and entertain you. So tell me out there, I want you to come in, say hello, good evening, let me know you're there, let me know where you're from. I'd like very much if you could like and share. That would be fantastic too. Share this to your audience so other people can benefit from the knowledge that I'm about to share with you. So as I said, like and share, come and say hi. Emma's just sorting out the laptop now. The feed will come to me shortly and then I can engage with all of you. But what is tonight's subject matter? What are we talking about tonight? Remember, you're the guys and ladies that decided that you weren't going to watch Game of Thrones. You weren't going to watch, what have we got? Suits, House of Cards, Billions. What are the other ones people watch? What are the other ones on Netflix? What are you watching, Amma? Okay.
Better Call Saul.
Huh?
Better Call Saul. That's a very nice one.
Better Call Saul. Okay, no idea what those things are. They're clearly box sets that people watch, but you're here with me tonight, and that's because you decided at 8 o'clock Dubai time, 5 p.m. UK time, that you were going to engage and learn something in your evening so that you could apply it tomorrow in your business. So some people have sent me some questions, which I'll go through in a while. So what is the subject and what are we discussing tonight? Well, I want to give you 5 simple and easy steps so that you can speed up closing your sales. That's right. I want you guys to learn how to be better closers, but not only that, faster closers. Now, a lot of this that I go through with you tonight is really, really clear once I explain it to you. But guess what? If there's anything you don't understand, I would welcome you to ask me a question and let me know. I just don't get it, Spence. Can you repeat it? Can you explain it in a different way? And I'll be happy to do so. Also, if you have questions for me this evening, I'd be very happy to answer your questions. So please feel free, come and join us. Don't be shy and let me answer any questions that you may have. Now, what do we sometimes find with salespeople? A bit arrogant, a bit confident, a bit cocky, think they know it all, maybe been around the block a few times, can't be taught anything. But guess what? I'm really sorry, but we can all learn something. So if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I know best, then please, just hear me out, come and engage with me. And if there's anything you disagree with, I'd be very, very happy to go toe-to-toe with you or engage with you in that communication so that I can definitely deal with those questions, those issues, and those particular situations. Okay, so should we get started? Come on, let's get started. No, before we get started, okay, have you come to say hello yet? Are you online saying hi? Are you out there saying, evening Spence, how you doing? Are you liking what I'm doing? Are you sharing to your audience what I'm doing? If you're not, I would very much like you to do so because I'm here spending my time teaching you some valuable content so that you, okay, can go and deploy this knowledge tomorrow morning or even tonight if you're working this evening. So either tonight or tomorrow morning, bang, you deploy that knowledge, bang, it can go straight out and things are going to change for you. You just have to listen, learn, and get ready to apply. So what 5 steps, I've got them all listed down here, 5 steps so that we can close sales faster. So first step, should we start with number 1? Who knows what the first step is? Anybody out there know? Okay, please let me know what kind of ideas you've got around closing sales faster. First step, okay, is to accurately, and forgive my spelling, I'm not very good at it, I didn't do very well at school, okay, accurately, okay, qualify your prospect. So what does that actually mean? Well, accurately qualifying your prospect essentially means making sure you know who your ideal prospect is and focusing on looking for the ideal prospect and sitting and selling online, offline, whichever way you do it, okay, to your ideal prospect. So many people don't focus on dealing with their ideal prospect. They have this kind of scattergun approach. I'm going to throw as much crap against the wall and some of it's going to be sticking. I'm just going to make loads of cold calls. I'm going to send a blast email out there. Someone's going to respond. And that's just nuts. Okay, it really is nuts. Because all of you know you'd much rather sit down in front of 10 properly qualified prospects every week than sitting down with 100 unqualified prospects everywhere. You know this. Come on, you know this. Yeah? So why are you still then, if you know this, why are you still seeing the wrong people? I bet in the last 7 days you've sat down with someone that wasn't the right prospect for you. You've taken time to drive to their office, or you've taken time to meet with them, have a Skype face-to-face, whatever it is, and you're dealing with someone who isn't your ideal prospect. And you know, because they're not your ideal prospect, it's probably unlikely that you're going to be able to serve them. And it's going to be unlikely you're going to do business with them. So it's so important that we're smart with our time and we qualify the prospect correctly. So it's planning and preparation. Remember, to get sales closed faster, just imagine. So let's just do it this way. 5 of the accurately qualified prospects you go to meetings with, 10 unqualified prospects you go to meetings with. What's going to happen in terms of your week? 10 unqualified people means you're going to see 10 people that aren't the right people, and you're just going to waste a week of your time. 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, 70 hours. Some of us working 80 hours a week to see the wrong people. We know how it makes us feel inside when we see the wrong prospect, don't we? So let's accurately qualify the right prospect, okay, and be very clear that we're talking and seeing the people that are right people for us. So accurately qualify your prospect. Just really think about that for a second, okay? So give me any questions you got on that. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. It's really important that I understand. Are we ready to go? Okie dokie. That's not going to work in there. Oh, hold on, the light is there.
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. Hiya, Craig, how are you? Hi, Karen, how are you? So we've got Craig, we've got Karen in Germany. Jill watching here from Dubai. Mark Jones in Marbella. Hi Mark, how you doing? I know you're keeping well. Mahesh, okay, good to see you. Tushar, yes, nice to see you. Salman, tell me where you guys are from. Mahi, where you from? Laura is in the UK. I know. Hey, how you good? Thank you. Pink is good. Yes, I got the vote for Pink. Yes. Okay, so let's make sure. So just feed me your answers, your opinions. Okay, it's really, really important that I get that feedback. Cameron, how are you? Nice to see you. So guys, ask your questions, throw your feedback at me, disagree with me. Where's my likes? Where's my thumbs up? Where's my engagement? Where's my shares? Come on, I'm giving you this 25 years of sales knowledge in bite-sized chunks for you so that you can go and deploy it, bang, 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 okay, and have massive impact on your business. Just think about that. All I'm asking for you to do is like and share. Come on, that's the deal, isn't it? Righty-ho. Okie dokie. Danny Agson. Hi, Danny. How are you? Nice to see you on the board. Hi, Nick. How are you? Thanks for joining us this evening, mate. Good to see you on. Okay, for those of you that are sitting there in the background, scaredy cats, come and say hi. Come on, come and join us. Okay, so 5 steps, okay, just repeat what I was saying. 5 steps, okay, to learn how to close sales faster, okay, really important. So number 1, don't go and see the wrong prospect is basically what we're saying here, yeah? Now you know this. But you still do it sometimes, don't you? You know it. You're just like, why am I sat in front of the wrong person for my business? But guess what? You know it. You can do something about it. Let's take that as lesson number 1. Okay, step number 2. Okay, identify. So I'm going to write this down. Identify the I always get stuck on the word decision, whether the C goes before the S. Do you ever...
I think that's correct.
That's right, okay. Okay, identify the decision maker, okay, and start a conversation. Now, I haven't been able to write it in there, but identify the decision maker and start a conversation. So what does that actually mean? Well, if you're in business-to-business sales, then a lot of the time you'll try and get yourself access to a company somehow, and that person won't be the decision maker. Now, when you're not with the decision maker, you don't have any power. Essentially, you're trying to sell to somebody that can't write you a check. And if you're trying to sell to somebody that can't write you a check, you've got a problem, because you're then going to rely on them to sell you to their superior or their colleague or their partner. And that's a problem. So make sure that you're fully aware that you're identifying who the decision maker is. Now, it doesn't mean once you've identified it, then go and cold call them, because we don't like cold calling, all right? Cold calling sucks. Cold calling's for losers. Cold calling is for people that are stuck in the dark ages. Cold calling is for companies that are dinosaurs, okay? The world has moved on. Don't believe me? Think about what happened to Blockbuster. Blockbuster said, well, you know what? We think that our clients like to come and get their DVDs from us. We think they like to pick up their Haagen-Dazs ice cream and their packet of M&Ms, and we think that's their preferred method. So even though Netflix, you've approached us and you'd like us to buy you, we don't think your business is going to be the future. We think ours is. And guess what happened? Netflix destroyed Blockbuster's $1 billion business, okay, destroyed, okay, because they didn't innovate and look forward. Blockbuster was still cold calling. You want another example? Kodak. Kodak invented camera film technology. They were the massive organization behind that. But they also invented digital camera technology and decided to bin it and stay focused on the film. Why? Greed. They wanted to keep producing that film, and guess what? By producing that film, you know, the stuff that used to go in your camera, some of you younger people might not remember this, but us older folks will, put the film in and wind it on, okay, that was making them billions of dollars, and so they didn't want to lose that. Guess what though? Somebody came and took it over, and look at Kodak now. They're almost extinct because they decided to not look at innovation and move with the future of how people were going to purchase. A lot of the time they think about what we're going to sell, what am I going to sell, as opposed to how are people going to purchase, what's going to be convenient for people. How about in the olden days, we used to go to the fish and chip shop, or we used to go to the Indian or the Chinese takeaway, go and put our order in and sit there and wait in our coats in the lobby, okay, and then pick up our Chinese food. Nowadays, we just press the buttons on our phone, on our app Deliveroo, and everything comes. You don't speak to anyone and you can track the progress of it. People think differently nowadays. People don't even want to take phone calls nowadays, so don't cold call people. But I beg you, I literally beg you, do not cold call people. It is the most time-consuming and laborious, poorest ratio opportunity grabber that exists on the planet. Now, I'm sure there's some of you out there going, yeah, but I like to cold call, or my people cold call. I'm sorry, you're wrong, and you're going to have to accept that you're wrong, just like Blockbuster were wrong, Kodak were wrong. And guess what? Let me give you another example, because it's in your hand right now. It's your phone, okay? Touch screen mobile phone technology was invented not by Apple. It was invented by Nokia. Yeah, Nokia. And Nokia sold it to Apple because they didn't think it would catch on. People would prefer to use buttons. What happened? Who's got a Nokia phone? Right now, who's got a Nokia phone? Tell me. I bet you've got an iPhone, a Samsung, or one of those touchscreen phones. Because guess what? That's what you preferred. Look at BlackBerry. What happened to them? Destroyed, dinosaurs. You have to move with the times. Your business must innovate, and sales is about innovation too. So bear it in mind. Look, I'm teaching you on a Facebook Live. If I'm teaching you on a Facebook Live, then it's got to mean something to you. You're watching me on your mobile phone or on your laptop sat there. You're watching me talk to you. You might have headphones in. You might have your Bluetooth Apple Pods in. You're sat there. Look at how you're being taught. How long ago was it where we used to put a DVD in a DVD player? How many of you have got a DVD player? And before then, what did we do? We used to have to go to seminars, go to conferences, because you couldn't do this. You know, remember the times when we had live feeds coming through for sporting events? Remember when that happened? A live feed at a sporting event, and it would be all crackly and it would get lost. Now, live feed is everywhere, so bear that in mind. Okay, Yasser, how you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, excellent stuff. Nick, I'm going to help you with that. You can ask me any question you want. Susan, how are you? Craig's in Vegas. Oh man, maybe you need my pink t-shirt. Maybe it'd be better. Okay, Marwan. Okay, it's in Lebanon. Okay, you're from Egypt, Islam. Okay, guys, excellent stuff. Craig, nice to see you on here tonight. Naeem, where are you coming in from, guys? Let me know. Okay, good. Okay, often poor prior qualifications over the phone. Put even good prospects on the back foot. How do I get around that? IFA still. Mark, I've got an answer for that as well. So this is how you go about solving that problem, all right? So identify your decision maker. When you know who your decision maker is, start a conversation with them differently to picking up the phone. So how can we start a conversation? Okay, a great way of doing it, okay, is by using social media. If you connect with them on LinkedIn, for example, you can start a conversation around the things that they're commenting on. So you can go in and you can look at what they're commenting on, and you can add comments. You can agree with them, or you can challenge them. You can ask them a question in the comment section of something they're commenting on. Start to get the ball rolling. Once you get the ball rolling, then potentially you could send them an email just saying it was great to have a conversation with you earlier on. Okay, good to make your acquaintance. I'll catch up again with you soon. It's a little bit of a slower burner, but you know what? That person's not going to feel like they're being cold called. Okay, warm them up by starting a conversation. You can do that now on Facebook. You know, don't think for 1 minute Facebook is for your friends and family. I'm telling you for nothing. Okay, Facebook is for business. 3 billion people use Facebook. 3 billion people. That's nearly half of the world's population. So don't use Facebook for your own personal uses. Use it for business, okay? Add your clients, your prospects, add them as friends on Facebook, add them as friends on Messenger. Start a conversation. Think about email communication. It takes on average 4 days for people to open an email, and the email open rate nowadays is only 20%. Now, if you don't believe me, ask Gary Vaynerchuk, ask Simon Sinek, ask Tony Robbins, ask Grant Cardone. These people that know. If you don't believe me, you think, oh yeah, whatever, Spence. Go and listen to the people that know, okay? Just like I do. Now, a WhatsApp you can use, and guess what we do with the WhatsApp? Well, it's better, but it takes 90 minutes on average for people to open a WhatsApp, 90% open rate, so it's high open rate, but it takes a bit longer. The next one is Facebook Messenger, and Facebook Messenger now, on average, a Facebook message is being opened within 8 seconds. A Facebook message is being opened within 8 seconds, and there's a 98% open rate. So that means lots of people are using Facebook Messenger every day as a convenient way of communicating. So how could you add value to those people? So I have people that want to be my friends on Facebook. Once they become friends of mine on Facebook, I then add them to the Make It Happen group, and then I start engaging in conversation with them. I want to give them some value. How can you give this person you've identified, how can you give them some value? How can you bring some value to them? Because a lot of the time, salespeople are wrapped up in thinking, how can I make my money? How can I make my money? I'm not sitting here right now talking to you thinking, how can I make my money? I'm talking to you thinking, how can I add value to you? This means you're going to trust me more if I bring value to you and ask nothing of you. So think about how you can bring value to someone. All right. There was a lady that I was talking to today. She met me at an event at the weekend. She got on the phone and she was talking to me, and she had some issues with some prospects that she was, prospecting her business. And she struggled. Now, my time is valuable, but I could see that she needed help. So I could say to her, well, guess what? It's going to cost you $2,000 an hour for my time. And where would I go? Maybe get somewhere, maybe not. And so I said to her, guess what I'll do? Come over to my place, we'll grab a coffee, and we'll go through your sales presentation together. I'll give you an hour of my time. Okay, I don't want any money. Okay, I just want to see if I can help you and add some value. What does that person now think of me just after speaking to me? They think I'm great, I'm prepared to add value, I'm asking nothing in return, and I want to help. Do you think that person is going to want to help me in the future if they possibly can? You can bet your bloody life they will. Okay, so identify the decision maker, start a conversation, okay? Absolutely critical. Think about it. We can sit there banging away on the phones. We can stand up, bang, 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 make loads of phone calls, bang, 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 make loads of phone calls. Or we can sit on our computer and start communicating with people in the way that they like to be communicated with. That's what you got to remember. Okay, hopefully that can help. Okay, who else we got on here? Michelle, nice to see you. Yasser. Okay, Craig, are the WhatsApps country specific? I know not many folks here in the US. No, in the United States, Craig, hardly anybody uses WhatsApp. I found that out about a year ago when I started communicating, and they're like, what's WhatsApp? So no, for example, in Russia, they use Telegram. So Soviet countries, Telegram's the big thing. So I would consider that for the Soviet countries. What is it that's being used? Craig, you're in the States, so what is it that you use every day in the United States? And find out the stats on that. But Facebook, 3 billion people. The fastest growing age group for Facebook users is over 50s. Well, just think about that. For a lot of us, that's our ideal client. A lot of us, that's our perfect client. So, my mum is Facebook mad and she's 73. She's Facebook nutty. But my kids who are 19 and 16, my daughter's birthday today, happy birthday, Taylor. My kids that are 19 and 16, they don't like using Facebook because that's what old people use. So I have to communicate with them in another platform. So again, I think about that when it comes to the communication that you have. Hi, Sarah, how are you? So my assistant's on. Sarah, thank you so much for helping with my daughter's birthday presents. Thank you. Capil, how you doing? One of my students. Capil, nice to see you. Okay, I saw you were traveling. Hope you had a nice holiday, mate. It was your birthday the other day as well, wasn't it? Was it Capil's birthday? Today. Is it your birthday the same day as my daughter? Happy birthday, Capil. Nice to see you. Get off of here, mate. It's your birthday. Go and celebrate. Go and eat some cake. Nice to see you, mate. Okay, good. Okay, guys, please ask your questions. Right, next one. Okay, identify the decision maker and start a conversation. Okay, don't just go in for the jugular. Okay, number 3. Okay, so that you can close business faster. Okay, pitch your solution and not your product. Oh, by golly, by gosh, do I find people that are obsessed by pitching their product. The solution to somebody's problem, somebody is going to buy. Your product will only be valuable to them if it's a solution to their problem. If you don't pitch the solution, you won't be able to make a sale. So I see lots of this. Financial advisors, real estate brokers, network marketers are awful at this. They're busy trying to sell product, okay? Recruiters trying to push product. What is the solution to someone's problem? Well, how do you do that? You find out what the problem is. By asking really fantastic, detailed, open-ended questions, you're going to establish what the problem is. Your job is to match their problem with your solution, not your product. That will make the sale whiz through, literally whiz through. If you were literally to sit down and make sure you understood what their problem, what their pain point was, and you had a problem for it. So let's say, I don't know, they were teasing me earlier. No problem, Capel. Happy birthday, mate. Raggy, how are you? Nice. Thanks for joining us. Guys, I want your likes. Where's my thumbs up? Where's my hearts? Where's my smiley faces? Where's my shares? Are you sharing? Okay, let me know that you've shared. Okay, I'm only going to give you as much information as I can give if you're prepared to give me something back. Give me some energy back. Give me something so that I know that this is valuable to you. Because I want to give it to you, but only if I know that you want to receive it. So just type in yes. Do you want to receive what I'm teaching you? Is it valuable to you? Tell me yes, all of you. There's loads of you on here. Type in yes and let me know. Give me feedback. Remember, if you were standing here this side of the camera doing it, what would you want? Remember, what would you want? Okay, makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so how do we go about pitching our solution? Well, I gave you an example. No, I'm going to give you an example. Here we go. Let's say I've got sunburn. What is my solution to my sunburn? Okay, type in the comments box, okay, what the solution is to my sunburn. So I've got sunburn, okay, I've been on the beach all day, I've come back, I've woke up the next day and I'm like, I'm burnt. What do I need? What do I need? Do I need toothpaste? What do I need? Okay, do I need a Bakewell tart? Do I need, okay, what is it I need? Come on, tell me what I need. I've woken up after being on the beach all day, all got sunburn. What do I need? What is the product that I need? Come on, tell me what the product is. I want to know what the product is that you think I need, okay? What do I need? Come on, tell me. Guys, type in the box. What do I need? It's hot. I'm burning. What do I need? I need something. Oh, what do I need? Okay, give me what I need. Ointment. Okay, ointment. Sun protection cream. No, I've got sunburn. I don't need sun protection cream. I need something else. Okay, aloe vera. Excellent stuff. Close. What is it called? Okay, what is it called? Burn oil. Facebook is cold buttermilk. Brilliant. Cheese on toast. What do I need? I need after sun lotion, don't I? After sun, because I've got sunburn. That's what happens. Now, let's say I'm really, really thirsty. What do I need? I'm really thirsty. I need a drink, don't I? So I need something to quench my thirst because I'm dehydrated. Think about what somebody needs. Think about what their pain point is. Let's say it's cold and wet outside and I've got a hole in my shoes. What do I need? I probably need either my shoes to be resoled or a new pair of shoes. Let's say it's raining outside and I'm walking in the rain. What do I probably need? If you were selling umbrellas, that might be a solution to stop me getting wet, yeah? Does that make sense to you? I'm keeping it in the simplest sense possible, the simplest term possible, okay? If I learned to pass my driving test in an automatic car and a salesperson was trying to sell me his product and it was a manual car, would I be interested in buying it? Chances are no. So the solution to my problem is an automatic gearbox on a car. That's what I need. Okay, if I start a new job tomorrow and I've never worn a tie before, but I've worn a shirt and a jacket every day to work, and they've told me the uniform is to wear a shirt and a tie, I'm going to need ties. So if you can match your product with your solution with your product to my need, you're going to be in a brilliant position to just whiz through the sale because I'm going to buy it. Think about doing it the other way around. Just think about it, right? Okay, I don't know what you need, but I'm going to spend the next half an hour trying to convince you to buy what I'm selling. I don't need it. Yeah, but you should buy it because your product's this, my product's that, my product's everything. My product's amazing. It will do this, it will do that. Let me tell you more about my product. Let me sell you my product. Buy my product. Product. I don't need your effing product, pal. This is my problem. Can you fix it? So this is how you need to behave as professional salespeople to close business quickly. This is really important. Any questions, send them through. Nick Wood says, you need a pink Lacoste shirt to blend in with your pink arms. Gold, absolute gold. I'm going to keep that. Keep in touch with the Dutch. Rob, nice to see you, mate. I need a driver. Water, that's right. Okay, a chilled beer. Okay, Suzanne Bateman's on. Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Okay, I need after sun. Okay, excellent stuff. You got the point. So, it's really important that you're pitching a solution to a problem, all right? So I've got nowhere to live. I need somewhere to live. I haven't got a mortgage, but I need a mortgage, okay? That's what you sell. There's no point selling me a service for my car if I need a mortgage, is there? That's just preposterous. You know this. So why would you try selling a product to somebody that doesn't match their need? And then how do you identify their need? You ask a lot of detailed questions. You fact find the life out of someone until you drill down and find the problem. Because unless you find a problem, unless you find a pain point, unless you find an issue that they need to deal with, and they need to deal with when? When do they need to deal with it? Now, you're not going to be able to sell them anything. I've got a problem, it's become a big problem, and I need to solve that problem now. So that is your ideal client, isn't it? Somebody that needs to have that problem solved and you have a solution for that problem. Does that make sense to you? Okay, hopefully it does, all right? Come on, guys. Rob Alders, keep in touch. Okay, now, absolutely, now. It's really important now. Where's my love? Come on, you keep pushing those love hearts. I'm going to give you my energy. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so that's number 3. Any questions you have about any of these, no problem. Just ask me questions, okay? I'll happily recover them for you, and I'll go back at the end and I'll just recap them for you again, just to make sure that you're clear. Okay, I'm not going to write that one there. I'm just going to go over the page here. Okay, number 4, tips to closing sales quickly. Okay, understand, okay, pitch your, sorry, I got the wrong one. Okay, that was the second one. Okay, meet their objectives. Meet their objectives. I spelled, do you know I said I had problems with my spelling? I don't have problems with my spelling. I'm an amazing speller, okay? Meet their objections, okay? Understand, I just want to make sure I write this out for you. Understand them all, okay? And then close. Okay, so this close. So what does this mean? A lot of the time, salespeople try and close people without understanding what the objections are. And a lot of the time, they're objections. Now, some objections are real and some are complaints. So I've got a method for you to use that I'm going to show you right now so that you, when you're actually in that selling situation and you have objections, you can handle those objections and then you can close the business. So watch this. First thing I want you to remember is you should have dealt with objections within your sales process already. So you should have closed the doors to stop them bolting already, okay? That's important to understand. And if you don't build in handling objections throughout your sales process, then you need to think about how you do that. But let's say you come in and you just want, it's time to get the business. It's time to do business with that prospect, and it's kind of like, right, I want to get this deal done. I want to get this person, the product that they need, the solution to their need. Okay, I want to get that done. Okay, but they're now giving me objections. So what you could do is you could ask them what the objection is. They'll tell you the objection, and you could handle the objection. Let's say they have another objection. Well, you can ask what that objection is, and you can handle that objection, and then you can ask, they'll tell you another objection and you can handle that objection, and then again and again. It doesn't give completion. It doesn't give, okay, completion. So the way that I would go about it is, if the client and the prospect gives you objections, okay, understand what those objections. So let's say objection number 1 is price. Let's say objection number 2 is time. Let's say objection number 3 is need. Let's say objection number 4 is competitors. Okay, that's four. These can be broken down into a gazillion different angles. So I'm sure in your sales scenario, you get these types. Okay, it's too expensive. I'm not sure I need it. Time and competition out there. Other people that have got what you do and do what you do. So first thing I would say to my prospect is, can you tell me please, what's your first objection? he will tell you the objection. You do not answer that objection. You write it down. He will then say to you, you'll then say to him, have you got any other objections? And he say, this is my next objection, and he'll tell you what the objection is. Okay, do you have any other objections? And as they tell you what their objections are, do not ever answer the objection. I promise you, it's critical that you don't answer the objection. It's critical that you list the objections down. List them down, list them down. Doesn't matter how he's got, keep asking, there's any more objections, anything else you would object? No. Okay, so these are all the things, Mr. Prospect, that you have issues with, yeah? All of these things you have issues with. Okay, and you repeat the question, repeat the question, repeat the question. Listen to me, guys, because this is really, really, really important. So you then keep repeating the question until you've gone through them a couple of times. Okay, good. Mr. Prospect, these are all of the objections that are stopping you doing business with me right now. Can I please ask you a question? He will say yes. If I answer all of these questions to your complete satisfaction, can we then go ahead and do the business? So what I'm trying to say, Mr. Prospect, is if I answer all of your objections, I deal with everything so that you're entirely happy, you're 100% comfortable with the answers, and every answer is 100% satisfactory to you. If I do all of that, then you no longer have any more objections. Can we then go ahead and complete the paperwork? And I look forward to taking you on as a client. So what you're doing here, it's almost like, and listen in, guys, my cousin Steve's on. Hi, Steve, how are you? Okay, Derek, how you doing? Tusha, good, excellent. What if it isn't mandatory service? Hold on, mate, I'll come back to that. Ahmad Hassan. What you've got to do here is you've got to really understand, okay, that you want to exhaust. You know, like, let's take a customer or a client who complains. So they complain. They just, you know, some of them have just got bad attitudes and all that kind of stuff. But let's say you've got somebody who complains. Now, you can hear them complain and you can answer their complaint and they'll complain again, or you end up sometimes having an argument with them. The best thing to do is to let them complain. Let them stop talking. Okay, let them just exhaust themselves with their complaints. And when they're finished, don't then say, are you done? Okay, because that'll antagonize them more. But once they're finished, say, great, okay, I understand exactly what you're saying. Thank you for sharing that with me. Clearly that you're unhappy about many issues here. If I can handle all of these issues and solve your problems for you, okay, can we start again? And often people will say that if you let them exhaust, and they've got to exhaust, that means don't butt in, don't interject. Well, it's pretty much the same as this. He says, oh no, it's too expensive. Okay, no problem at all, it's too expensive. What do you mean by too expensive? Well, you know, I could get it a little bit cheaper somewhere else. Okay, a little bit cheaper somewhere else. Okay, no problem. What else? Well, I just don't have time to implement this. Okay, just elaborate on that and let me understand that better. Do not answer the objection. Get them all listed one at a time all the way down at the end and just say to the prospect, Mr. Prospect, if I can handle all of these objections to your complete satisfaction and you're 100% happy, can we then go ahead and proceed with the business? And what you'll find is the prospect will say yes. Now, a lot of the time, these aren't all objections. They just sometimes feel that they need to give you objections because they don't want to make it easy for you. So remember that some of them are just what I call token gesture objections. So pay attention, okay, and make sure you understand. Ask them, is that really an objection? Is that really a problem? Or is that just kind of like a little bit of an issue but no big drama? Just share that with me. Get them to detail it. Then you go to handle the objection. So objection A. Whatever that is, you discuss it, you handle it. Mr. Prospect, have I handled that objection? Are you happy with my answers? Are we happy to move on? If he says yes, put a tick next to it, you've handled the objection. Objection B, okay? Again, go through the objection, handle the objection. Once you've handled it, are you happy that we've dealt with that one now? Yeah. And keep going through C, D, E, F, G, H, until you've got all of the objections. At the end, when he says yes and you've got all the ticks there, say, great, Mr. Prospect, I'm glad that I've been able to answer all those questions for you. You're a thorough guy, you're a thorough lady. I like dealing with thorough people. You can clearly see that you're analytical with your mind as well, which is fabulous because I love dealing with analytical people too. Glad that I've been able to answer all those questions. Let's go ahead now and get the paperwork sorted. You just assumed the sale. That situation, people can't get out of, all right? Because they're saying, these are my problems, these are my issues. And you're saying, okay, fine, if they're your issues, if I handle that problem, all those issues for you and you're completely happy, can we do some business? You're not there to be secondary to the buyer. You're not there to be subservient to the buyer. You're on level terms. You've got a job to do. You're in business and they've got a job to do and they're in business. So how about we act like mature professionals and behave like that? This is a very disarming way of taking advantage of the closing scenario, dealing with it and getting the deal done there and then. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Derek, you enjoying it? Carl, nice to see you on board. Guys, you got questions? Let me know what your questions are. Derek says, if Facebook is for old people, what do 19-year-olds use to communicate? Do you know what? Okay, this happened just yesterday. So my youngest uses something called TikTok, which is part of music.ly. Okay, that's what my youngest uses. My eldest uses Snapchat. Insta stories, okay, but mainly Snapchat and mainly TikTok, which is part of music.ly. Now, so much so that she sent me some content yesterday and I was like, oh, how do I see the rest of it, darling? And she's like, oh, Dad, if you get an account with TikTok, then you'll be able to see everything. And I'm like, what's TikTok? So even I have to learn, things move along and youngsters are doing different things. But I bet you for sure I can never get hold of my daughters on Facebook. Okay, so hopefully that's answered that question. Next point, okay? If you want to learn more, guys, I want to know. So just type in yes in the comments box if you want to know more. If you want my energy, you want me to give you more, type in yes so I know that you want to learn some more. I've got one more point to share with you, but I'm only going to share it if you really, really want me to, okay? So just type in there yes so that I've got what I need, okay? Point number 5. Come on, type in yes and then I'll tell you what the answer is. Type in yes. Okay, I'll tell you what the answer is. Point number 5. Where's my yeses, guys? Where's my yeses? Derek says thanks. Come on, I've got one more for you. If you want it, type in yes. Let me know. Let me know. Come on, guys. Come and say hi. Come on. There we go. Yes. Yes! Boom. Okay, good. Okay, the last one. And I find this probably the biggest single mistake so many salespeople make. Ask for the business. So many people are afraid to ask for the business. Mr. Prospect, can we do some business now? Mr. Prospect, can we get to work together now? Mr. Prospect, I've loved the time I've spent with you. Are you ready to get going? Because I am. Okay, Mr. Prospect, I know your time is valuable. My time's valuable too. I'm glad that we've spent the time together today. Let's get the business sorted and crack on. Mr. Prospect, it's time. Let's get going. Mr. Prospect, I'm really looking forward to welcoming you as a client, as a customer. Mr. Prospect, I'm looking forward to doing business with you. Mr. Prospect, it's great to think that our two companies are going to be working together and I'm going to be able to add the kind of value that I want to with you. Let's get this paperwork sorted. Mr. Prospect, do you have any questions before I get this paperwork completed? Mr. Prospect, what a great day it is that we've had an opportunity to not only meet each other, but guess what? Now we get to work together. This is going to be so much fun. Please sign here, here, and here so we can get started. Come on, ask for the business. So let me just go over those, okay? And make sure. Hani, how are you? Kufani, how are you? Nice to see you. Aloha, how are you? Hashita, how you doing? Yeah, Hashita. Mohammed, Ahmed. Oh, crikey, there's loads and loads and loads of you. Okay, good. So let me just go through it again, okay, so I make sure that I'm clear with you. Okay, 5 steps to closing sales faster. For those of you that have been on my seminars, those of you who've been on my webinars, those of you who've been on my 2-day masterclass, okay, you know my energy is full of conviction. I'm full of belief and conviction. It's like I've got an approach to this. I believe, don't I? It's almost like a religion to me. I believe and you can't shake my belief. This is how we need to be in business. You must believe in what you do. You must believe in the value you bring. If you're doing what you're doing for money alone, you will fail long term. This can't be about money. This has to be about adding massive amounts of value, being the most valuable person in that situation. Because remember, your competition, if they're better than you, are going to take your clients. Your competition, if they're better than you, are going to win more clients and customers. So you have to believe that you're adding massive value. So let's repeat. Okay, number 1, let's accurately qualify our prospect, okay? Accurately qualify them. Don't go and see people that aren't the right people for you. You've all been there. You've all done it. Okay, I've done it myself. You've come out of a meeting and you're like, oh, for Christ's sake, I've just wasted an hour driving there, 2 hours in a meeting with him. I've driven back. That's nearly half a day of my time gone. And it's just like, You know what that's like. Let's not do that. Let's accurately qualify. And remember, it's important that you're honest with yourself and you qualify the prospect based upon what you really, really want. Because the perfect client for you exists out there in big numbers. And remember, the world has got just shy of 8 billion people. It's now a global economy. There are people out there that you can communicate with on the other side of the world on your computer, bang, like that. I have a coaching client that I deal with in Phoenix called Jay and Samira, Deo Properties Real Estate guys. Okay, they're 11 hours behind me, but we still work together. Now, at the beginning of their day, end of my day, or the other way around, when we do our work together. They're clients of mine on the other side of the world, 10,000 miles away. They're my ideal client. I love doing business with them, and that's why I work with them. Where are your ideal clients? What value can you add to them? Identify them correctly. Number two, identify the decision maker and start a conversation. So don't cold call anyone. So for those of you that jumped on recently, guys, do not. Okay, I'll answer your question in a second, Tushar. Do not cold call people. I don't care what your boss says. I don't care what your boss's boss says. I don't care what your sales director says. Cold calling is for morons. Don't do it. All right? Don't do it. I can't stress enough. You don't need to cold call. Every single one of my clients comes either by communicating with me, because guess what? I push out loads of content on social media, or by being introduced to me from somebody else that does business with me. I don't ever make a cold call. I don't need to. But that's because I decided to work with today's technology. I decided to adapt and understand at 48 years old that I can't be a dinosaur. I've got to produce content. I've got to add value. I've got to communicate with people in a way that works for them more than it works for me. So identify your prospect, then decision maker, start a conversation, communication, social media, engage in their groups, engage in what they talk about. When they comment on something, it doesn't mean you stalk them, but it means you start a communication. And once you've got a bit of communication, a few backwards and forwards going over the course of a few days, guess what? Then you approach them and say, hey, it's so great talking to you. I've got some stuff I think might be really valuable to you. I'd love to have a chat with you. You can do that by sending them a message. They would prefer that. Okay, or better still, if you use WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, you could even do a little video. You could literally, okay, let's do one right now. You literally could do, I'm going to show you, okay, to save time. I'm going to show you. So, I'm going to do a video, okay, that I could quite simply do on my telephone right now. So here's my phone, okay, it's my Samsung phone, okay, camera's on, so hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, good. So, I'm literally going to do the example. Do you want me to do an example for you? Okay, I'm really looking good for 48. Get in, Kieran. Okay, that's my man. What a great comment. Okay, Rishi Segal's on. I've known Rishi for ages. Okay, Rishi's a financial advisor. Beware financial advisors that are not qualified. There's loads out there. Beware real estate brokers that are not qualified. There's loads out there. Beware car salespeople that are not qualified. There's loads out there. And more importantly, beware doctors that aren't qualified, because there's a few of them out there as well. And that's a little bit wacky, isn't it? Okay, so this is quite simply what we do. So let me do it. Hold on, let me face the camera to me. So I'll press record. And hi Dan, it's Spencer Lodge here. I just thought I'd send you a quick video because you know what? So many people cold call nowadays, and I just think it's such an out-of-date method of communicating with people. I've seen some of the comments that you've been making on LinkedIn, and I was really interested in your perspective. I'd love to grab a coffee with you sometime, a convenient time for you, that I can just maybe share some ideas with you and brainstorm a bit further. When would be a good time to do so? I'll speak to you soon. Spencer. That's it. Literally, that's it.
That would have been cool.
Now, hi Dan, it's Spencer Lodge here. I just thought I'd send you a quick video because you know what? So many people cold call nowadays, and I just think it's such an out-of-date method of communicating with people. I've seen some of... How can you not do that? How can you not? That's such an easy way of communicating. You start off by getting involved in their groups and their chats and their conversations, and then you send them a little video. That's it. They're going to see your face. They're going to see your eyes, your facial expressions. They're going to hear your voice, your tonality, your warmth. Okay? Don't try and sell them anything. Don't say, I'd like to book an appointment to come and sell my products and services to you, because people are like, fuck off, I'm not interested. But, okay, try and engage and warm them up another way. It's a much better way of building relationships. Okay? I promise you, it's a much better way. Hopefully that was beneficial, guys, and that helped you. Right, next point. Okay, so Start a conversation, use social media, get it right. Number 3, pitch your solution. Remember what I said, and not your product. So don't pitch your product. Don't try and sell a product. If you sell mobile phones for a living, don't pitch a mobile phone. Pitch what the solution is to my problem. Guess what? You can talk to your wife and family if you have one of these things. That's good. Tell me, when you go to meetings and you leave a meeting and you have to head to your next meeting, how do you know whether that prospect's going to be at the next meeting? I don't know. Well, guess what? If there was a way that I could give you a device that meant you could communicate with your prospect before you got to the meeting, just to confirm the meeting, would that be something that would benefit you? Oh, that would benefit me enormously. Excellent stuff. This is the solution. Do you understand what I mean? Solution-based selling makes selling just so quick. Okay. And going forward. Okay, so, meet their objections, understand them all, and then close. Then close, Listen to what their objections are, get them all written down, be very, very clear, and then go for your close. Write them all down, Mr. Prospect, if I can answer all these questions to your complete satisfaction, and you're 100% happy, can we then go ahead and do some business? Such an easy way of doing it, and I've got myriads of those on the Make It Happen University, like loads, I think like 26 different ones of those, 26 different ones of those on video on the Make It Happen University. And the last one is don't forget to ask for the business. You're valuable. You are valuable. You add value. You have got something to give that will help them be in a better place than before they met you. And that's great. So remember that. Stand upright. Be proud of what you do. Be proud of that value and say to that prospect, it's time. Let's go ahead and do some business. Mr. Prospect, please can you become a client of mine? I'm looking forward to starting work with you. Or whatever I've just said a million times over and over and over. You can do this, guys, and I want you to do it. I want you to deliver it. Right, let me just go through some of your questions now. Someone says, seems so obvious. Laura says, no, you've answered it. Yeah, okay, you're a genius. Spencer, thank you so much for that lovely comment. Okay, much more memorable. Yeah, absolutely. What else we got here? As the service which I sell is mandatory and there are many competitors, what do you suggest? Tushar, you're not giving me enough information. Tell me what you're selling and I'll show you how to sell it, okay? I promise you. What else have we got? Yes. Okay, well, let me just go through these and make sure I've got them all right. Okay, how do you decide when a prospect keeps saying they don't have any money to buy, but surely they are much qualified as per qualification levels? Again, I don't understand that question. How to disarm when a prospect keeps saying they don't have any money? Guess what? Everybody has money to buy what they need. If you're selling something that they don't need, they've got no money. You must have done this yourself. Someone's tried to sell you something that you don't need. And one of your objections is, I don't have any money. It's not actually true. It's I don't have any money for what you're trying to sell me. So think about what you're selling. Are you providing a solution to somebody? That person might not be your ideal prospect or client. It might be the wrong person to be dealing with. Nick, have I helped you? I want to know because you've got a big deal to pick up tomorrow. Nick, let me know if I've helped you, please. Okay, any other questions we've got here? If Facebook is for all people, no, we've done that one already. Okay, Pint Lacoste shirt. Oh, lordy. Okay, food hygiene training's mandatory in Dubai, from Dubai municipality. Okay, so if there's loads of people offering food hygiene training, what is your USP? Identify your target market and understand that people buy from people. People buy from people that are assertive. People buy from people they trust and are credible. If you're just one of a number of people doing it, okay, they're better than you if you're losing the business. That means you're not studying. This comes back down to a really important issue. If you think for 1 minute making lots of sales without professional sales knowledge is going to get you somewhere, then you're wacky. You're on drugs. Would you ever deal with a doctor that wasn't qualified? Would you ever deal with a lawyer that wasn't qualified? Would you ever have an unqualified architect build you a house? Would you ever go and see a dentist that had never been a dentist? Okay, or just kind of learnt to be a dentist from his mate? You would never do that. So what makes you think that being a great salesperson isn't a professional skill that you need? I'm not going to buy from some amateur apprentice salesperson. I'm not going to buy from some bullshit Billy Big Bananas salesperson. I'm going to deal with a professional. And this is what you've got to become. And I get passionate about this because I'm sick and tired of salespeople being thought of as lower than the low from so many people. But I get why it is, because you get into sales and you don't go study. You can't be a lawyer unless you pass the bar exam. You can't be an architect unless you're qualified. You can't be a doctor, a dentist, a scientist. You have to be qualified to do these jobs. No wonder people have a low opinion of salespeople because people get into it and think they're going to wing it, you know, think they're going to charm someone down the path. It doesn't work like that. You have to take your profession really seriously. That's like having Amma, my video maker. Okay, that's like me giving him a camera like that and saying, yeah, crack on with it. Or me saying to him, have you ever made videos before? No, but I really like it. I mean, what a stupid thing to do. Would you ever get in a car with someone that wasn't qualified to drive it? No. Would you get on a bus with a bus driver that wasn't qualified to be a bus driver? No. But you would happily think it's okay to be some bullshit big banana salesperson who isn't professionally trained and wonder why it doesn't work for you. And don't give me the excuse of, well, you know, I can't afford the training. You can't afford the training because you choose not to afford the training. You have people going to college and university to be doctors, lawyers, and all these kind of things. They go into massive amounts of debt so they can get these qualifications, so they can go and practice what they're passionate about. You must do it yourself. Take it seriously. Because it's a serious issue, and if you've got those skills and you've got that knowledge, these types of questions which wouldn't come your way. I promise you that. Okay, Nick, thanks very much. Mate, if I can help in any way, Nick, private message me and I'll talk to you one-to-one on the phone because I know it might be a big deal for you. If I can do that for you, I'll gladly help. I'll even do it tonight. I know what time is it. It's nearly 9 o'clock here, but I will do it tonight if you want me to. Guys, okay, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's session. I've got a whole bunch of questions here, but you know what? I just haven't got time. Okay, it's been 50 minutes. I know you've probably got to go and watch Game of Thrones or something. Or you've got to go and study, yeah? Okay, make sure that you're doing your thing. You know, I'm here with you tonight. My football team is playing right now. But guess what? I'm here with you. Remember, priorities. Get studying, get good, learn how to make it happen. I'll see you next time. And thanks very much for coming and joining me, guys. Good night.